When we look up at the sky, we find stars quietly holding their place, each one shining in its own way. And tonight, I'd like to talk about a constellation that carries a slow but steady strength. It's the season of Taurus. Taurus appears most clearly in the sky during this time of year, and like the creature it's named after, it moves slowly but holds a powerful presence. A symbol of grounded rhythms and enduring calm, Taurus reminds us of the strength that doesn't rush, but endures. People born under this sign are often seen as steady and reliable, like an old tree that stands in one place, quietly earning trust through time. Tonight, we'll take a closer look at Taurus, from how it appears in the night sky, to the myths behind it, and the qualities often found in those born under this sign. Slowly, but with intention, let's begin our walk into the world of Taurus. In modern astronomy, Taurus is one of the 88 officially recognized constellations. Every year, the sun passes through this part of the sky between May 14th and June 21st. This is when Taurus lies directly along the sun's path. Taurus is known for its clear, recognizable shape, making it one of the easier constellations to spot when conditions are right. Just after sunset, as the sky darkens, its presence becomes unmistakable. To find Taurus, you can start with Orion, one of the sky's most prominent constellations. Look for Orion's belt, the 3 bright stars in a straight line, and follow that line upward and to the right. There, you'll see a reddish-orange star shining brightly. That's Aldebaran, the eye of the bull. From Aldebaran, a V-shaped pattern of stars stretches outward, forming the bull's face. Just behind it, you'll find a tight little cluster of stars called the Pleiades, which looks like it's riding on the bull's back. What's interesting about Taurus is how its shape actually resembles the animal it's named after. Not all constellations are this literal, but Taurus has a kind of visual clarity, a pattern you can really trace across the sky with your eyes. And maybe that's why there's a certain joy in spotting it for yourself. It's not just a group of stars. It's a shape, a story, and a presence. The first star that stands out in Taurus is Aldebaran. This deep orange-colored star serves as the eye of the bull. Aldebaran is a red giant, much larger than our sun, and much older. It's located about 65 light-years away from Earth. As it nears the end of its life, its core contracts while its outer layers expand, giving it a soft, warm glow in the night sky. Around Aldebaran, you'll notice a V-shaped pattern of stars. This is known as the Hyades cluster, an open star cluster located about 150 light-years from Earth. It's one of the closest star clusters to our solar system and outlines the shape of the bull's face. Interestingly, in Greek mythology, the Hyades were said to be nymphs who brought rain. That's why in ancient times, when the Hyades rose in the sky, people believed that rain was coming. Sailors and farmers alike used it as a signal from nature. Then there's another small cluster of stars further along the bull's back. It's called the Pleiades, also known in Korean as Jomsaengi Biol, or the bundle of little stars. The Pleiades are located about 440 light-years away, and are packed closely enough that you can see 6 or 7 of them with the naked eye. In Greek mythology, they were the 7 daughters of Atlas. In Japan, they're known as Subaru, a name that's now familiar to us through the car brand and its star-shaped logo. The Pleiades have been important to countless ancient cultures around the world, from Polynesian navigators to Native American sky watchers and even to our own ancestors. This small cluster was seen as a signal of change, a celestial cue that marked the beginning of a new season. What makes Taurus special is that it isn't made up of stars that are all the same type or distance. Some are nearby, some far away. Some are still young, while others are nearing their end. And yet, from where we stand, they come together to form a single figure. A bull drawn across the sky, not just a shape, but a story made of starlight. Constellations have always been shaped by human imagination. We connect the stars in the sky, draw forms between them, and breathe stories into those forms. Taurus is no exception. This constellation has long symbolized strength and vitality. Its roots go back far beyond Greek mythology, all the way to ancient Mesopotamia. In Babylonian astronomy, Taurus was called Gu, which meant the bull. It was associated with agriculture, fertility, and the renewal of life. Back then, the vernal equinox, the start of spring, occurred when the sun rose in Taurus. So when this constellation appeared in the sky, it signaled the beginning of a new cycle of life. In ancient Egypt, the bull was also sacred. Known as Apis, it was linked to the sun god and royal power, and believed to guide souls to the afterlife. Special bulls were selected, honored, and even mummified after death. In hieroglyphs, the bull stood for power, renewal, and cosmic order. So even before Taurus had a myth, it had meaning. A presence in the sky that connected people to the rhythms of nature and time. Now let's turn to the story that most of us know, the myth of Taurus from ancient Greece. It begins, as many Greek myths do, with Zeus. He falls in love with Europa, a Phoenician princess. One day while she's walking by the sea, she sees a gentle, beautiful white bull. Drawn to it, she climbs onto its back. In an instant, the bull charges into the waves and carries her across the sea to the island of Crete. There, the bull reveals his true form, Zeus himself. And to commemorate the event, he places the bull's image among the stars, thus creating a constellation of Taurus. What's striking in this myth is that the bull isn't just an animal. It's a disguise for divine desire, a symbol of attraction, transformation, and primal energy. That's why Taurus carries more than just the image of strength. It also holds themes of temptation, vitality, and deep instinct. Of course, myths are full of exaggeration and symbolism, but through them, we glimpse the raw emotions and imagination of people trying to make sense of the world. To look at Taurus, then, is to see not just a bull in the sky, but a reflection of ancient awe and the enduring dance between nature, time, and the human spirit. In astrology, Taurus is the second sign of the zodiac. People born between April 20th and May 20th fall under this sign, a season when the world begins to settle into the rhythm of spring. Taurus is an earth sign and also a fixed sign. Earth signs tend to be practical, grounded, and deeply in touch with the physical world. Fixed signs are known for their stability and persistence. They hold their ground even when things around them shift. Put those two qualities together and you get someone who's usually described as steady, reliable, and quietly determined. Taurus individuals often feel most at ease in environments that are predictable and stable. They're not the type to chase sudden change or jump into the unknown. Instead, they prefer what they trust. And if something works, they're unlikely to change it. That's why Taurus can sometimes come across as stubborn or resistant to change. But that same quality is also what makes them dependable anchors. People who can hold steady even when everything else feels uncertain. One of the most defining traits of Taurus is their connection to the senses. Taste, touch, scent, sound, sight. These aren't just background experiences for them, they're sources of comfort, meaning, and joy. Taurus tends to be drawn to beauty and physical pleasure, not in a flashy way, but in a way that makes everyday life more livable. Many have a natural eye for aesthetics, and you'll often find them in fields like art, design, cooking, gardening, or interior styling. They're also known for valuing material security. But this doesn't mean they're obsessed with money. For Taurus, it's more about peace of mind. Knowing that their needs are met and their foundations are solid. And yes, sometimes they might move more slowly or seem a bit resistant to pressure or urgency, but inside that slower pace is a careful rhythm, a quiet awareness of what they need and how they want to live. The Taurus season spans from April 20th to May 20th each year. If there's one word that captures the energy of this time, it might be settling. During this period, things tend to move slowly, almost quietly. It's not a time for rushing forward, but for planting roots, for building, steadying, and laying down a foundation beneath your feet. Rather than big changes, the focus shifts to routine and rhythm, to the comfort of what's familiar and dependable. For some, this energy can feel like stagnation. The stillness might come across as dull or uneventful, but within that stillness lies something deeper, the space to breathe, to notice what holds you up from within. To keep going in life, we sometimes need the courage not to leap, but to pause, to hold still and trust the quiet work happening beneath the surface. Taurus season reminds us of that. It invites us to find joy in the simple, sensory moments of life. A warm meal, the texture of clean sheets, the sunlight that pours across your favorite chair in the afternoon, small things that restore us, even if they don't announce themselves loudly. People born during this season often carry that same energy. They know how to bring peace and ease into a space, how to make life feel gentler, slower, more grounded, simply by being themselves. In a world that constantly pulls us to go faster and farther, Taurus season offers a moment to ask, is this pace right for me? Do I have the energy to keep showing up just as I am? Because speed isn't the only way forward. Sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is to slow down and hold our ground. And that brings us to the end of our journey through Taurus. It's always surprising, isn't it? How a constellation in the sky can hold so many layers of meaning, so many stories told and retold across time. We often think of the zodiac as just a way to talk about personality or predictions, but behind that, there's a much older thread, a way our ancestors read the world, measured time, and made sense of life through the patterns of the stars. Taurus, among them, reminds us of something simple yet powerful, that there is strength in staying grounded, in holding steady, in building slowly and with care. So if you're feeling tired from chasing too much, too fast, maybe this is your reminder to slow down, to root yourself in what matters, and to take comfort in the steady rhythm of your own path. Thank you for spending this quiet time with me tonight. The moon shadow murmurs for your evening, wishing you calm moments and a peaceful night.